T-minus 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
It's 8 p.m. in the UK. In Spain and whatever time Marcus has got. I don't know. What time, Marcus?
2 p.m.
2 p.m. There we are. Right, okay. So let's have a quick look in the chat. See who we have in the chat tonight. Flying Fin Media says, you have to watch it on replay. AK Johnny Alfonso, AK Johnny Drone Buyer. Drone Flyer. Got it. Right, okay. Chuck, David, Captain Kirk, meet me up, Scotty. Quaggers, Harley. And that's Steve. I think that's not really Steve.
Lorino Baker.
Yeah, no, that's Steve. He's using his wife's login. He's lost his login.
Oh, okay. That's
and we have Joe and Mickey Moo. Johnny Drone Buying must be confused with you, Marcus. Maybe. Chris Wedgeworth is here. Hey, Chris. George.
Chris.
Laurie. Jim. Paul.
I just thought, Steve.
Bingo.
We're going to have to get a beard each to take to America with us.
A what?
A beard.
I thought you said a beer. Come on,
you got time, Terry.
You got a week. You can grow a beard.
I thought you said
it will take me months to do that.
Yeah, we'll buy a fake one at the airport.
Yeah.
And Caroline's here.
Sweet
Caroline.
We were close. Not really.
KF Drones is here. Patrick's here. Simon's Drone Channel. Well, Simon. Who's this man here?
Barkley.
I thought the glasses show. No, not there. Top hole. Right.
It is a classy show, Barkley.
Yeah, it is a classy show. Alan's here. Hi, Alan. Hope you're feeling good. Jerry's here. Stevie Knowles, Drone Finder.
Yeah, I'm seeker.
I couldn't get that from it. I was lost the plot.
Yeah.
Right. Anyone else?
Drones Media. Who's Drones Food Media?
Oh,
Alan.
Oh, that name.
Oh, it's Alan.
Hello, everyone. Big Bunny Johnny. See you tonight.
Hello, Alan.
Johnny.
Come
on, bring Johnny in.
And Lambo drives Zambo.
Brett.
This Lambo.
Did we get John Olsen and
Gerard's there.
TXR guy, Michael?
Northside Hawk, how you doing? Lauren's here. Bob's here.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yay.
That's
Michael.
Michael.
Ron's in as well.
Who's here?
Hey, Stephen.
Oh, bye, guys. Steve.
Is flying bathtub.
Kelly's here. All right. How you doing? Must be near the end of the list now, surely. On the skips after.
Yeah.
On the new 3A.
And
Lady Flyer, how you doing?
that's Yvonne.
You've got the beginning of the show tonight. John Olsen. Hello, John. Right. I don't run my list yet.
I just want to get some food in on the show.
You got there. I said payday bowls, but I got that wrong, didn't I? Money was on payday bowls.
You've been round President Carter's place, haven't you?
Okay, 42 people watching, 42 likes. Yes, please.
What?
Okay. Right. So, do we have a guest tonight, Jackie? Terry? Terry's got a suite.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
Very good guest.
Let's bring on the one and only guest.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
Johnny!
Oh,
Oh, best be screwed up now.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, you better separate those two. Oh,
Steve, you said something about a payday. Marcus would have to work to get a payday. So I mean,
I think I was talking about chocolate, but well, you see, Dave Cullen always says in the chat every week, how long is it going to be before they talk about food? So I said, well, I'll talk about food. I'll mention Jaffa cakes and payday bars.
I saw that.
Marcus let me down. No payday bar.
No.
but he has got some nuts.
Oh no!
Jimmy John's fudge brownie.
Oh wow!
There we are. So that's that out of the way. Are we good now, Dave?
That comes later, Terry.
Oh, Barkley, yeah, Barkley. I got to come out swinging at Marcus, and you too. You know, hey, this is a classy show, right, Marcus?
Yeah,
It is a
Oh,
classic.
this-
classy show.
It's
Anyway,
divine.
Johnny, welcome to a 1 hour of a complete madness. Was it?
Thank y'all so much. You know, y'all. I want to say how this show has grown, and man, look, it is. It's fun to watch and to see everybody grow into. I tell you what, the show has really blossomed, and it's a great show on Sunday afternoons, especially in the wintertime. You know, not a lot to do, but hey, I tell you what, I love watching the show. So thank y'all so much.
Much
Oh, that's
appreciated.
really nice of you, Johnny. Right, I'm
Well,
going to go back to sleep now. Is that all right?
No,
We've just lost 4 people. Now.
You got up early because we went out droning today, Johnny. So
We had our after-show party last night. It was our last performance. And, of course, we were eating tapas and drinking brandy. And I had to get up early to go flying. But it was good. It was good.
So well, hold it, Jackie. That place that you sent me the picture of, you actually flew drones there?
yeah,
Jackie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were just taking your outlaws there.
no. We're not seeing them today.
Okay.
Where was that then, Jackie?
Huh?
Today's meet. Was that a
Yeah.
picture today?
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
I
I
on there?
sent Marcus. I'll show you the picture I sent him.
I'll show us the
Jackie's
picture.
got a message for you on there. Jackie?
Huh?
There's a message on the screen for you.
Did you book your flight? No, I know. I'd love to come, but
Celebrating third place.
this is where we flew today. Can you
Oh,
see
wow.
it? Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
is it? What
That's
are those fields in, Jackie?
It's what?
They're
what
almond
the field? Almonds, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the almond blossom and the
Nice.
cherry blossom.
Jackie, what did you fly today?
Avada and Mini Four.
She loves that Avada. I'll tell you
Love
what.
it.
Well, it wasn't until I was actually
Yeah.
watching some of your videos, I didn't realise you were such a massive Avata fan, to be fair. I was just really gobsmacked about
Yes.
I thought, you sort of think people, the way they like, sort of look at. But, I mean, you've been flying FPV. How long have you been flying FPV for then?
Who?
Talking to you, Johnny.
Johnny!
Wake up, Johnny.
Hey, you had a little break.
Johnny, so the question for you, Johnny, is how long have you been flying FPV? And can you maybe tell us a little bit about your FPV journey with the
Yeah,
Avata, with your
I
home
think
built?
of course, the Avada, last year at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and of course, Marcus will tell you, and everybody.
Oh, we're going there. We're going.
Y'all gonna be there.
No, really?
Incredible seeing all the Avada.
Nobody knew, Terry.
It seems like everybody had an Avada last year at the meetup. So, of course, Marcus and myself and Ron and a bunch of other people actually bought them right after. So I've been flying Avada, I guess, for, I don't know, maybe
1 year.
a little bit less than a year. But
Wow.
did get into FPV a little bit and trying it out.
And now you've got that bumblebee thing.
Oh, yeah.
Real FPV.
Well, my son-in-law built this for me.
That's
But this is,
fabulous.
Wow.
But Johnny,
I've only flown it twice, but that's a whole nother story. But the Avada, the Avada got people into FPV like myself that
Yeah.
I would have, because Marcus and Ron and myself and Captain Ray and anybody that's flown it,
Okay.
has really said, hey, we would never fly FPV a couple of years ago. Wouldn't even think about it. So we kind of ate our words, but the Avata did that for a lot of people. And of course, we're on a verge of a new Avata coming out in the next probably couple weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, Johnny, I'm sure our audience would be interested in this, and I'm serious, in your journey to switching to manual mode and learning to fly in manual mode, and then that takes you to that home built bird that your son-in-law built for you.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if you saw my learning, Maddie helped me, Joe Photo Leo, of course, Joe's in here, and they were a big help. And we got in liftoff. John Flynn, I bought the Avata, and he's been in the simulator with us. And I couldn't learn on the simulator, so I actually had to get outside and practice taking off about 200 or 300 times on one Sunday. I was about to do it against the wall, and was about ready to do it. But they kind of tell you that when you get it, you get it. But listen. It's very hard, and I really respect those guys that fly even more now, because I still get. I guess I get a little lazy on the sticks. So if you lazy for a half a second, well, you got to correct, and hey, you can put your camera drone up, and if you don't touch it, you can just enjoy flying.
That's right. Yeah.
So Johnny, I don't want Johnny to sell himself short here. Johnny has got to the point now that he can do barrel rolls with his drone. He can do some of those advanced moves. Johnny himself would tell you he's not an expert, but you've come a long way, brother.
Well, it's fun, and it's all about stick time. And those guys, I know Joe and Scotty, Jack Rabbit, and of course Maddie. They all tell you now. Hot Rod is a big FPV guy, and they just tell you, hey, put the stick time in. And I will be the first to admit, when I was even learning, Marcus, I think you had maybe the Tiny Hawk, a Baby Hawk version. Or maybe Ron did.
Ron.
Yeah. So, if you don't put the stick, you're just not going to pop out there and fly. I mean, you think you're a good camera drone guy, and I think you kind of get your feelings hurt a little bit. Was just my personal experience. It's like, man, why can't I fly this drone? I've been flying camera drones for 4 years, but it doesn't work.
It's difficult. I go on Caroline's. It's so hard.
Yeah. Did you use the simulator first? Did you try on the simulator first, or?
I did try to simulate it, but I had to go outside and get it. I could never learn it. Now I can fly the simulator pretty good. Well, I'll say pretty good. Okay. But, watching Joe Photo Leo and some of those guys, man, they just rip in that simulator. It is fun to watch.
But I will say, for flying it for just a year, less than a year, in fact, to be able to fly in manual,
that's amazing.
It's all to shame, really, isn't it, Jackie?
Yeah, definitely.
Jackie, have you flown about it in manual, or you?
Nope. No, I've had about half an hour flying with Caroline while she very patiently tried to teach me how to do.
Caroline's on another level. She's like, wow.
Definitely.
Well, she flies.
To see some of those guys fly now, even not that. Man, it's just amazing what they can do. The dives and the rolls and the split S's, and I don't even know all the terminology that some of those guys talk about. But,
to be honest with you, John, I watch some of these videos where people actually, there's a couple of drone flyers that, that I know of who fly through buildings, and they're flying into different rooms with people, and you think, wow.
Yeah, what's amazing, they go in like an abandoned building, and it's like, for the first time, and I don't even know how they get out of the thing,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually doing some editing at the minute. Finally got a little bit of time to do some editing. I'm editing today's flight. It was really good fun. So
I want to say, Steve and Terry, I want to say how excited it's going to be to have y'all come to meet up, and I know Marcus is looking forward, and Jackie, I know we picked on you about coming, but man,
I will come in a future year. I really hope to.
I tell you what, it's been fun, and believe me, I love flying. But the friends that I made on YouTube and all,
exactly.
It's the meetups. The meetups are fun, aren't they?
We discussed that today. We talked about that today. If you can't fly, you can even you sit down, have a coffee and a tostada or something.
Well, let's face it, Terry. We Terry and Jackie will say this, and Mark. We wouldn't all know each other having a drone interest, would we?
No.
It's as simple as that. I mean, I come to Spain, you lived in Spain, Terry lives in Spain. I come over there sort of, 3 times a year. But we wouldn't know each other without.
If it wasn't for drones. Yeah, it's a good community.
It's a great
Bloody drones. That's what they've done to us.
Sorry, Terry.
Your bedroom's ready, by the way.
Anyway, right, 47 people watching. Thank you very much. Okay, let's have a quick look at
Johnny draws a crowd, Steve. I'm just telling you.
Can you make a few more phone calls? But
I'm trying to read your comments here.
Try and get up to 60 before we go home.
Yeah, there you go. Paul said he wants me to throw the V-copter. I don't know about the V-copter going to manual. No.
Oh, yeah, that's a funny looking drone, that.
Have you still got it, Johnny?
I do, yeah.
Steve, you're going to fly it in a few weeks. About a week.
I hope so. Next week. That would be good.
I got to borrow Marcus's remote ID, though.
The little
It didn't sound well.
Yeah. By the way, we want everybody to know that Johnny is going to put a remote ID module on the V-copter. Absolutely. No question about it.
Oh, of course.
It will have a module on there.
Absolutely.
I think we got a bad connection.
Sorry? Sorry, I think my hearing's got a bit funny. Anyway, Johnny, late afternoon of art and fun. I just found this video. I just thought it was great. Enjoy it.
Oh, is that your street, Jimmy?
Yeah, hey, let me tell you a little funny story about that bit. You see that golf cart? That's my granddaughter. So being, I guess learning and stuff. So I was going to come buzz it with the. That was the Avata, of course, and I think I got a little close because all of a sudden I hear. Of course, I have the goggles on. I hear just lock the brakes up. She goes, "Papa, you got close to me."
Hey, listen, guys, this is kind of a secret. Don't tell Johnny, but did you see that empty lot next to his house?
Yeah.
I bought it. I'm going to build there.
Wait, I think I got a for sale sign on my truck.
You know what it is, Johnny? It's going to build an extension just for the drones.
I'll tell you what, we need it. We'll buy both of them lots and put a big, either a square landing pad or a circle landing pad.
Square or circular. That's the question.
Somebody should do a test between a square and a circle.
Well, I almost put a comment on that, Marcus. Throw the lot in the air and see which lands first.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I can tell you straight away. You throw a circle up the air, you're like about a kilometre up the road to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, especially here. I mean, here you can get about 3 miles.
Oh,
So
Jackie
are
is
you
a
guys
Nevada chick.
ready to hit the States and get over here?
Say again, Johnny.
I was asking them if they're ready to get in the States and come down to
Yeah.
South Florida. It's going to be an incredible event. I think we got as of this morning, I think Ray said he had 137 names. 2 people added
Yeah.
names.
Wow.
Let me add one more thing, Johnny. So everybody in this chat, I don't care if you're living in the UK or where in the world you're living, you're welcome. You're absolutely more than welcome to come to the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Terry's got room in his spare suitcase.
Oh, he hasn't. He's bringing back all my stuff. Well, actually, no, he can take you there in his suitcase, but he can't bring you back.
No,
No,
because
can't bring
let me
it
tell you
back.
something. Marcus knows when y'all go to come home, you're gonna have a lot of stuff to bring back. I'm telling you. I mean, from hats and T-shirts and pins and what else, Marcus? I don't know, prizes.
well, rumor has it there's a new color.
Oh yeah.
What should we say on the last stage to chuck all the clothes in the river?
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Well, I'm going
You
to
don't
take
need
one pair of
clothes.
underpants that I'm wearing and a shirt.
Yeah. Bill Ronayne, he does stream. I mean, Bill will be streaming the event pretty much. I don't know, Marcus. He was
All
doing
day. He never
all day,
stopped. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
So we'll have some live streaming. Of course, a bunch of people go live from the event, and but yeah, it'll be an incredible
Yeah,
event.
this show will be live from there, won't it? With
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's right. Yeah, and
Yeah.
on the what day will that be, Jackie? I'm trying to think.
Sunday
Monday.
the
Fifth?
7th. The
The
7th.
second, yeah.
the 7th.
Sunday the 7th.
That's right. Yeah.
And so, well, I don't want to step on you, Steve, but we're going to do it from the lobby of the Hampton Inn in Stuart, Florida.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So there you
Yeah.
go. You're going to enjoy. So I have obviously we're going to be we'll have plenty of guests. We'll have about 137
Yeah, exactly.
guests.
Have about 137 guests.
And then we've got next week, though, Steve, we'll be in your house.
Next week,
I will.
Terry will be in the UK with me.
Yeah, awesome.
Yes.
And so it'll be that'd be interesting. Wouldn't it?
This man here, I think we need to tell the audience, this man here is doing 6 flights
6 flights.
to the Florida
So,
Drone.
those flights are from Alicante to Stansted, and then 2 days later we drive down to Heathrow, where we fly to Lisbon, then we fly from Lisbon to Miami, and then all the way back.
Again.
All for a whole weekend of fun, eh, Terry? What
They
things we
can
do.
just ride over. They can ride over here from Houston with Michael Wright. Then we could just convoy in.
We could have done that, couldn't we? Yeah.
So we've got, I think we worked out the travel. Well, I worked out for me 4,194 miles, and Terry's probably around another 1,500 on top of that. So over 5,000 miles. The things we do to go to Florida.
Well, let's put it this
Distance
way.
code,
We know who's going to win the long distance award.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can go ahead and fill that in. Yeah.
Chocolate or malted milk?
Yeah. Easter egg.
Chocolate.
bit of a
Not
pathetic.
Malteser.
That's as much as I'm allowed.
Hey, look, here you go. Grab some. Look at that.
Oh, no.
Man walked into a pet shop.
You scared me for a second. I thought you said it was a keister egg.
We
A
don't
keister
sell
egg.
one.
Yeah, there you go, Marcus.
No
Yeah.
bueno. No bueno.
We have one in the window. We want to Sorry, Caroline.
The meetup, we talked a little bit before the show. I'll tell you what, and Marcus knows, man, I think it seems like, we every time we leave to South Florida, when I'm driving back home, I call Ray and it's like, hey, what was the location good? Will we go back there? And it is a great location, but we just keep adding names, and you kind of think that we kind of thought maybe it would hit its peak, maybe like the second or third year, but man, this year is
Still
I think
growing.
we're gonna have 160, 170 people there.
Well, so the
Yeah.
point becomes: could we outgrow that location?
I might
Absolutely,
go
yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I think
Laurie-
we could, Marcus. I mean, it's a great location. They got the gazebos, the restrooms are there, a lot of parking. But man, it is definitely, I don't know. We'll see. You know, and you know the events through the year, Marcus. You know, of course they have Minefield. There was Spin Up. I'm not sure where Spin Up lies anymore. You know, he's
But
going to
we got the Las Vegas meetup coming
Las
up.
Vegas meetup.
Yeah,
Michael
that's a new one, isn't it?
Michael and
Absolutely.
Sergio do something in Chicago with FPV. So there's a lot of events now.
Hey, Terry, I keep hearing about a new event. A friend of mine in Louisiana has a couple empty lots next to his house that,
Yes.
you know, we might do a big program up there.
Yeah. Hey, we'll go. Captain Joe has Captain Joe has a great spot over in Mandeville. We talked about it. It really is a good spot. But you know, I tell you what, when you put 150, 160 people, I tell you what, it's supposed. And Marcus, there was a lot of drone flying last year. I think more than the year before. It seemed like.
Yeah.
Laurie's asking the question. It's the first time for Steve and Terry. This is your first time in the US. I know it is for me, not for Terry. I think Terry.
This is my answer, Steve.
What?
What?
Oh,
Oh no, you've been to the Keys and all
Oh,
that.
right.
no, there should be more. Hang on a minute.
Hang on. He's carrying on. You'll carry on talking.
So I like KF Drone's idea of the Isle of Wight. I'll do.
That'd be fun.
There.
Yes, that would
The
be
other
good.
one,
Yeah, we'll get to that one.
Johnny, will come with you. What is Johnny?
Castle Crash. Barkley said Rotor Ride, Castle Crash. That's a big one. So there's a lot of events, but it's gonna be a blast. I mean, to see everybody, man, it's I can't wait. It's here, basically, you know.
Yeah.
Indeed. Right. Okay.
That's when they're having a Seattle. Okay,
I
really.
could drive to that one. That'd be good. That's about 500 miles. I'd get in the Corvette and
Dave Collins is getting Kelpies meet up.
Meet up.
wouldn't the Kelpies be fun? But I'm sure that you would overwhelm it. You couldn't have a meet up there because they're already worried about. You have to ask permission, as I recall, right, to fly the Kelpies now. So it would be, yeah. It's a great thought, though. It's a fun thought.
Indeed. Right. DJI Air. The DJI. I can't use that. DJI Air Free at night.
Yeah, I like Caroline's. I like Caroline's comment there. Is that the Spectre drone? Oh, there.
Yeah. Marcus is gone. He's had enough.
What was that wasn't Air Free, was it? Is it not Air Free, is it?
Yes, it was Air 3.
It is Air Free. For some reason, I thought it was only in the Air 2. But
Have y'all seen the information about that Spectre drone from?
No, I've heard about it. Tell us.
Well, it's it kind of looks just like an Air 3, and it's called a Spectre drone. And Jack at Half Chrome got it sent to him, It does have an RC2 type controller that looks just like it. If you pull up his channel and check it out, it's very interesting.
But it's not DJI, no?
It's a Contigo.
It is. What is it?
Cortico.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, no, it's Cogito. It's either Cogito or Contigo. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's identical. It's identical. But,
Gerard says it's a clone from the Air 3.
So
Who's it made?
there's
Who's it made
more
by
news.
then? Is it Chinese?
Made in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Ah,
But there's more news. There's also another company that is doing the same thing with the Matrice 300 and doing the same thing with the Mavic 3 Enterprise. So you got to wonder what the heck's going on and how could they do an exact copy without some kind of connection to DJI?
Patents and all that. How can I get
So
around it?
I downloaded the owner's manual to that Specta.
There you
It
go.
isn't page for page. It's identical to the Air 3 manual. Yeah.
Marcus, Jack actually popped on this morning on Drones and Coffee from Half Chrome, and yeah, he had some pretty interesting seats.
Tell him the other part, Johnny. There's another big part.
Well, yeah, he's got I guess a mini drone version of it, but actually, I don't think there's an app to fly with it. So,
Well, that's the issue. So
Sure
here's
that
the issue.
works.
Explain that, Johnny. That deserves more explanation. So because the Mini 2 flies with your mobile device, right?
Right.
You've got to have an app, as opposed to that Air 3 where you've got the all-in-one controller that has it all built in. So they don't have an app out on either the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. So there you go.
Marcus, would that be strange that they did the Mini 2 version? I mean, so that would let you believe. I mean, lead you to believe that they're going strictly after the new market people.
I'll tell you why I would say it was the Mini 2, Johnny, is because it would be it is probably DJI's highest volume product ever.
Yeah,
I would be willing to bet.
Sub 250, no remote ID.
So that, yeah, they're talking about that. I don't know if that's true, Jackie. I mean, it makes sense, right? That's the first thing we all think of.
Yeah.
But there's also, if you look at the FCC's covered list, they also have a codicil in there that it can't be a sub. Companies can't get around it by just creating a new name.
Right.
So that's what's weird about it.
Yeah.
I'm saying they're sending him the mini knockoff soon as well.
Well, he has, Mini 2 is what we're hearing.
So,
It's
I mean, you don't think there's some sort of clever sort of cover up? It's not DJI under another guise or something.
well, that's the argument, isn't it?
Right. That's the first thing you think of. Right.
Yeah.
So it could be. I mean,
Wait and see.
But if it's to get around the FCC covered list, it's not going to work because the FCC already says in their regulation that you can't be just another name for an existing company. So,
Yeah, Marcus. I mean, you would think, of course, they know that. So, is it just like a brand, another branding, or I wonder?
I know, Johnny. It's a mystery, isn't it? I don't know. I can't tell you. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that it was DJI trying to get around the covered call list. Wouldn't they differentiate the product in some way to make it not so obvious? In other words, they'd put a different shell. They might use the same technology but use a different shell, use different form factor. That's the part that doesn't add up.
If you go on Amazon, I think you could find a drone that looks just like the Mavic 3 or even the Air 3. But when you open up that software, especially on that RC, it was identical, flipping through page for page. And
Page for page.
Even
well,
more.
let's face it. I mean, you've only got to look. You've only got to look on websites like Temu. And there's so many things on there that are
Ripped off.
exact copies of things. I mean, the Chinese are very good at it. I mean, obviously, the quality is, well,
So Mike's got a good post there. He's saying that Cogito also states that they are not affiliated with any other company. Well,
they're gonna say that.
They can say that all they like.
Yeah.
Apart from the fact that the bank account is probably DJI's.
Well, but you know, on all those little drones and Marcus, you know, you get a lot of the little toy type drones, but they all have their own app, so of course they're different. But you know, when that RC of that Air 3 clone, I mean, it's basically identical to the RC2. You know,
with the exception of it doesn't have the augmented reality stuff in there.
That's just a firmware update stuff, yeah.
And it doesn't have the geo zones, Johnny.
Yep, that's
And
he was going to test that even more today.
He's
So
going to do more testing on it today. So watch Half Chrome. He's you know, they couldn't have given it to a better guy for that kind of testing, because he is meticulous and he'll test all that stuff.
Yeah, and you know what, Marcus, that's very interesting, because out of all the people we know, I mean, I'm not saying our regular reviewers that get that, but Jack to get that, because you know, he used to be real big into that, and then he kind of took a little step back. So now, you know, he's definitely, him and his brother-in-law Chris, they do that. So they
we need to find out what Bob has for us there, Johnny.
Yeah, Bob said he's
got
got
you.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, there you go.
Come on, Bob, what you got?
Yeah.
If you go to the website looking Spectra drone, it will take you to the DJI website.
DJI website.
Really? Ooh.
Well, so I think that's in Gerard. I've heard that happens in the UK. It doesn't happen here in the US, which is weird. I don't know.
So Jim Foley saying, "How are you guys going to feel as they ban your existing drones?" I mean, will they
Yeah,
ban
that's
drones?
gorgeous, isn't it?
When they say about banning them, Bob,
Well, they just ban new drones.
Now, Marcus, I don't know if you heard this morning, when he sticks the battery from that Spectre in they do not work. It doesn't doesn't fire up, but it's the same pin connection and all of that. So
there's some different firmware in there. That is fascinating.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
As Bob saying that the president investigate the Malaya connection.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they need to spend more time on really researching these drones. I mean, we don't have enough to do, you know. But
so Bob is bringing up another thing. So that's another thing that's happening in the U.S. Congress right now. They're talking about increasing the current 25% tariff on DJI drones. So would this drone from Malaysia get around that tariff?
Yeah,
that's a possibility too. Yeah.
It kind of brought a lot of excitement to the drone community. We hadn't had a lot to talk about recently. You
got brains on.
The Avata 2.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, the Avata 2 will be out.
The Avata 2.
Hey, keep your eyes out at the South Florida drone.
Well, what I want to know, I mean, you see an advert. I mean, there's a new DJI product coming out. It looks like a camera. I don't know if anyone's seen the advert. There's an advert. It's not a drone. It's actually a camera.
Really? Just a camera? What? A camera that doesn't fly? Who the hell would want that?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. They'll sell them from Scotland to the USA as a kickback. Here, mate, do you want to buy drones? Right, let's watch another film. Yes.
Yeah.
Water Tower. Yeah.
Who's it?
Good old Ponchatoula.
like that.
Yeah, Marcus, you seen what was on top of that water tower, huh? That strawberry.
Strawberry. Yeah.
Yeah. Now that was I shot a job for a Ford dealership, and they included that first part of that in there. That they're from Ponchatoula, so they did that.
Hey, Johnny, explain the strawberry thing a little bit. What Louisiana is to strawberries? Kind of.
Well, years ago, if you looked up, of course, strawberries are big. Actually, Marcus, where this house sits, and I know you pick about that a lot. All of this whole area was strawberries, and Hammond was the strawberry capital of the world. And Ponchatoula has since taken over that title. They had the Louisiana's biggest biggest festival. I mean, even including all the festivals in the Louisiana, which is a Ponchatoula Strawberry Festival. And it's and now they're not nearly as many strawberry farmers as it was years ago.
So, Johnny, do the milkshakers do strawberry milkshakes on that day?
They absolutely do. Yeah, they'll be in that strawberry parade.
Yeah.
I like Lee's comment.
I just love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Has anyone else noticed how many small towns name themselves after their water tower?
Yeah.
It's true.
Hey, Lee, look, let me tell you one other thing, too. Since I learned working at the cemetery, let me tell you, if you look in the obituaries, people die in alphabetical order. So,
Johnny, I was going to mention that.
It's my turn tomorrow then.
You're not by surname.
yeah, Jackie, you might want to change your last name, move it up, move it later, marry somebody in Aziz. Yeah.
Johnny, Gary asked a question in the chat there. He says, in the strawberry festivals, everyone get together and jam.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
No, they just cream it.
Just drink a little jamming. Yeah. You don't want to. Hey, you don't want to. Ponchatoula is a town of about probably 4,000, but they have over 100,000 people those 2 days at the Strawberry Festival.
That's what they call an eating mess.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, what do they do with the strawberries? Seriously, what do they do?
What they do with the strawberry? Well, of course, number one is of course eating. They do make wine. They make jams. They make jellies. Of course, they do pies. But yeah, they ship them all over the U.S. Like actually here, the guy that I filmed the strawberry farm, my friend Trey has 2 8-acre farms, and there's a grocery store chain called Rouse's here, which is kind of they own 60 stores, but he sells exclusively to Rouse's. So.
Well,
I grow strawberries in my garden. I got 6 plants.
6 plants to produce a lot of strawberries.
Today.
Yeah, the way the berries look this year. Hey, six plants. I tell you what, man, they're loaded right now.
Laurie's got it right. Strawberry shortcake.
I like Laurie's idea too.
Yeah, strawberry shortcake, absolutely.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
But strawberry wine. I'm not a big wine.
I got some homemade strawberry wine that may find its way to South Florida. Just saying,
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Strawberry wine. I've never tried strawberry wine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, when I lived in Kent, we had a little pub that brewed all these or stored all these
just a little bit of this
flavors.
It'll put you.
I've had stinging nettle wine, strawberry wine.
Stinging nettle wine. That sounds good.
Yeah, it was all right actually.
And
it was all right.
Dandelion and burdock. What's this one?
They had all different flavors. It was really good.
That's because of my 6 plants.
Yeah.
Linda and I get one strawberry each a day.
Strawberry
And
cider.
that lasts about 3 weeks.
Do you know, it always fascinates me though. Strawberry cider.
I secretly eat one before I go out, come back in. Say nothing. Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell Linda.
Strawberry beer. Yeah, they actually do have
strawberry beer.
Yeah.
We've got orange wine. In Spain, they do orange wine. We haven't drunk any of it yet. We got to taste it.
I know someone talk about that liqueur 43. I can't stand that stuff.
Oh yeah, they brew that here in Spain, don't they?
Yeah, I bought some back. I bought some back. I said to Haley, you got to try this. I brought this back from Alicante and tried it.
I like
both looked at each other and went,
like the
What was it, Steve?
Liqueur 43.
Oh, it's lovely.
See?
The barista. The barista 43. It's like, and the horchata. There's a thing called horchata, which is made out
Oh,
of
yeah,
crushed
the other one.
tiger nuts.
Yeah, they
And
sell
it's
that here.
pure.
Horchata is
I've asked him to
popular
do
here.
strawberry
Oh,
wine.
I absolutely love it.
Funky
Absolutely
Duck
love it.
says his missus doesn't drink, but boy, can she whine.
Saw that, yeah.
Anyway, so we're gonna have a video first, and then we're gonna then we'll be over to Terry for his normal sort of
I've got 3 jokes tonight.
free
Oh.
jokes.
Yay!
Right.
Yeah.
We
all
better
about
watch the
marriage.
video quickly. We have to speed the show up now. Here we go. Right. Can the Arvata fly to a lighthouse?
Let me give you a little inside scoop. That lighthouse is about 2,000 feet away from where we fly. Of course, I can see 2,000 feet. Just want to let you know. But Captain Joe was on side of me, and I'd go out 500. He go in the wind. It was very windy. You could see it moving about all over. Captain Joe said, "I don't know, Johnny. Maybe you ought to come back." I'd go. Of course, when I got to 500, I was going to go to 700. When I got to 7, I was going to go to 1,000. But yeah, it made it all the way out there. But
So did you fly that manually as well?
that was in sport mode.
I was going to say. I can't think of it.
I wasn't flying manual, but no.
I'm not going to tell you how far I flew my Avata out of the canyon.
Oh, it's a great video.
Yeah,
That was a good video. I watched that right the way through.
Now, interesting, Mark, 'cause when you flew that, I've almost said this, because you went down to obviously negative sort of,
I was over 100 meters negative altitude.
and your signal was fine.
Well, that's why I was close to the edge of the canyon. I had a direct shot at the drone.
Okay, because when I tried that, I mean, as soon as it went negative, it started breaking up, and all sort of.
Well, you must have been blocked by terrain, Steve. I guess would be my guess.
That's Jackie. That's when we went flying with Harvey to that mountain. Where it was, remember?
Yeah.
Where the castle on the hills, as I call it.
Oh, that's at Moolah.
I got to ask you. I know you've been flying a camera drones a long time out there, Marcus. But wasn't that a different perspective with that Avata? I mean,
Of course, yeah, and you know, even Ron mentioned it. You're more comfortable. Like I get pretty close to the edge of the canyon, and you're kind of comfortable with the Avata because you got the goggles. Now, the danger of what I did then is if I'd have hit the side of the canyon or something, it would have tumbled down in the canyon. And yeah.
Avata 1, Marcus nil.
Hey, care refresh. There you go.
These care refreshes.
No, that was fun. That
Yeah.
was great, Marcus. I really do. I mean, it's a different perspective because I know you got the zoom on the Mavic 3 and all that, but I tell you what, that was a fun flight for you.
Thank you. It was fun. That really was that the last? No, that was my second to last flight with the Avata. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you not got it?
Now it's gone.
It's gone now.
It went away.
It flew away. Anyway, talk about flying away.
Fly away.
Don't tell Marcus when he's close to the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
I
song
couldn't do
about
that.
that. Right. Terry,
Is it joke
What?
time?
it must be your
It
time.
is.
It is.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
Beep, beep.
Now I've got three jokes today, and it's the sort of the stages of a marriage. And the modern version of the birds of the bees, yeah. Little boy goes to his father and asks, Daddy, how was I born? The father answers, well, son, I guess one day you'll need to find out anyway. Your mum and I first got together in a chat room on Yahoo. Then I set up a date via email with your mom, and we met on a cyber cafe. We sneaked into a secluded room and Googled each other. Your mother agreed to a download from my hard drive. As soon as I was ready to upload, we discovered that neither one of us had a firewall. Since it was too late to hit the delete button, 9 months later, a little pop-up appeared. It said, you've got mail. Later on in the marriage, 30 years in fact, now after being married for 30 years, the wife asked her husband to describe her. Going back to these sort of the thing he was doing with the computer, he looked at her for a while and said, you're A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. And she asked, what does that mean? He said, adorable, beautiful, cute, delightful, elegant, foxy, gorgeous, hot. She smiled happily and said, oh, that's so lovely. What about IJK? He replied, I was just kidding. His eye is going down, and the doctor is fairly optimistic about saying his family jewels. Now, they've been married now for 50 years. And he took a careful look at his wife one day and said, 50 years ago, we had a cheap house, a junk car, slept on a sofa bed, and watched a 10-inch black and white TV. But I got to sleep with a hot 23-year-old girl every night. Now I've got a $500,000 home, $45,000 car, a nice big bed, and a large screen TV. But I'm sleeping with a 69-year-old woman. Seems to me that you're not holding up your side of things. Why, it's very reasonable woman. She said to me to go out and find a hot 23-year-old, and she would make sure that I would once again be living on a cheap house, driving a junk car, and watching a 10-inch black and white TV. Aren't older women great? They really know how to solve an old guy's problems.
Terry's Joke of the Week.
Very good.
I've been saving those for a while.
Just want to know what joke of the week Terry's going to tell in Florida. Interesting.
Yeah.
I've got. Where have I got them? Oh, I've got them here. No,
Don't forget to take them.
Don't forget to pack
they're
them.
here. Yeah. I had. Yeah, because normally I put them up on a screen on my spare screen and I read it off of there, obviously. So I can't do that. So now I've typed them all out.
I think we need to organise a screen so we can project the show onto it. What do you reckon?
I'll tell you what he
Yes.
needs. He needs a hot 23-year-old to hold the sheet of paper.
Now I've got Steve.
Hey, different strokes for different folks. I'm not going to judge Terry.
I'm not 23.
I shouldn't say that. We're sharing a bloody hotel room, aren't we? I have
Marcus, you got a
actually
room?
made-
Marcus, you got a spare room?
Yeah, no, I've made sure of a good night's sleep.
He's not getting involved.
You're going to need them, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
Laurie said that's one of your best jokes. There you go.
Who said that?
Laurie.
Laurie.
Who are
Oh,
you
thank
living
you,
with,
Laurie.
Johnny?
Jackrabbit FPV, Mr. Scotty France.
The artist.
Just age, Mickey Mouse is just age, what? Oh, hang on. I've got my banner still. What's that still? I've got my banner. Anyway, right, video time. We've got to run these very fast now. Here we go. That's what it's all
Captain Joe.
about. Fun.
Yeah, that was Captain
Yeah,
Joe
good.
and Joe Leone, Joe Fotilio. Yeah, Joe stopped by here on the way to that was on the way to Manfield or either back from Manfield.
It's just so much fun. Isn't it? Nevada is such a fun drone. It really is.
It is, yeah.
I hear Joe Fotoleo got a new Avata.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Joe did get a new one.
Get rid of yours.
Yeah. The mystery of the missing Avata.
Marcus has got to make space on his shelf for the new Avata, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what he is. Yeah, so that little gap just to the left there.
Well, Margaret,
Harry just buy a new house,
see
Jackie.
that box right under there? Bottom? Yeah, I think that Avata 2 is in that box right there.
You're talking about behind Jackie there on the up on that shelf?
No.
Oh, yeah, I've got some space for some stuff, and I look.
Yeah, you've got some space up
No, but
there.
hey, interesting spot about comment about that video that you just showed. That was where I don't know if you're familiar. Of course, Morris, you know what happened. They had that 110 car pileup that happened right there above where you could see, and they actually fought that fire and stuff right there with 4 people perished in that fire. But it was a
Wow.
very foggy morning, and it had like over 100 car pile up, and it happened right there where we fly. So
Right there at that bridge. Yeah.
yeah, right there, yeah, very strange. But we were there just a few days before that. So
Mm. Not nice. Not nice at all. Right, we've got time for one more video. I know we're over an hour long, but there we are. I make the rules.
It's Johnny. It's Johnny.
It's Johnny.
He's over.
So,
Johnny, he's worth it.
there we are. What's this?
They all look like they were having fun, didn't they?
Yeah, that was fun. That was at the
Great fun.
it was fun.
Marcus is getting ready to go out, right?
Oh, look at that hat.
Yeah, look, Johnny Dragonfly.
Jacket, it just cost me $50. No.
Hey Johnny, was that Susie that was in the little paddle boat with your granddaughter?
Yeah, with Ellie.
Yeah.
Ah, Brilliant.
Look, actually, she just snuck in and left 2 packages that she must have grabbed.
Oh wow! Amazon deliveries.
Amazon.
Amazon, yeah. Well, you
Right,
got-
Johnny.
I love
Johnny.
Amazon, a big smile, you know.
Well, it's better than flipping us off with that little.
I would never do that.
Well, it's that time again.
No, it's not the same as that.
So next week, Terry will be in the UK, and I'll be in the
Yep.
UK. Hopefully, Kevin will be back. Hopefully, we'll have a full house next week. And
Yeah.
well, his
Hey,
video.
I want to thank y'all so much. It's been a pleasure, and
Johnny.
I can't wait to meet y'all. And hey, anybody who is,
Likewise.
if you're not attending the South Florida Drone Meetup, please, hey, pay attention to your live streams, Bill Ronayne, and whoever. I mean, we'll be going live, so hey, you can be a part of it. So enjoy.
Yeah.
Well said. Yeah.
Lovely.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Johnny. See you next week, Johnny. Doesn't that sound good?
Can't wait to
We'll
meet
do it.
y'all.
We'll do it all
And
again
you.
next week. See you later, guys. Have a good
Good
week.
night.
Bye.